Sorry. Did I have an accident? I've had several now. Oh, yeah. Well, you're never going to believe this. It wasn't really an accident. I'm glad you brought it up. Thank you very much for missing me. Actually, I've had a rather scary moment this past weekend. I guess it's okay to talk about it because it's kind of turned out to be okay. I actually thought I had an aneurysm. And that sounds really scary. I hate to shock y'all, but there was just some weird symptoms and everything. I went to the doctor and everything, and it's kind of subsided a little bit, and we're a lot better now than we were. I hate to throw that word out there because it sounds so scary, but it's not nearly that serious, and we just feel a little under the weather, and everything's right. We just had some minor complications, but we should be back on track. But thank you for asking, thank you for caring, I appreciate it. Thank you. Yep. Thank you. Wait. Well, I'm with you. What's your name, dear? Miss Marilyn? Well, I'm with you. I've always been a fan of that song, even before I've got a chance to cut it. I think it is probably one of the better things I've ever done. It was on our first album, Man with a Memory, but we have talked about this with the record label, about doing a greatest hits and a shoulda, woulda, coulda type album. Songs that we feel like should have been singles, that never got a chance to be. And that song was definitely probably one of the top ones. That one along with Man with a Memory and Joe's Place. So we're definitely considering that, and also we would choose singles from those songs, and that's my pick too. Thank you very much. Great question. Yes, ma'am. How are you doing?
We haven't seen you since the last fan club party. You got married, so I just wanted to congratulate you and.
Thank you very much.
We're happy that you're happy.
Thank you very much. I'm happy that I'm happy. Sounds weird. You didn't have a question? Just this? All right. Thank you very much. Thank you. Is my underwear showing yet? I keep trying. I don't know what's happening. Sorry, I'm trying. Yes, ma'am. You got the microphone? What's that? Everything's a thing? Good request, guys. Good request. I'll tell you what, we'll get to this young lady's request first. This is our last single, our newest single. It's called It Ain't No Crime. But I like underoos. That's just a blanket statement. I like underoos. Y'all think I'm kidding. You guys probably should know I'm not. All right, anybody else got a question? Yes, ma'am. Holler out there.
Hi, Joe. I'm Cindy.
Nice to see you, Cindy.
I was wondering when the first time you heard yourself on the radio was and what your reaction was to that. Way back in the day.
It's a long time ago. I was in high school. I was getting arrested, and I listened to the news that night. Couldn't believe myself. I make crap up all the time. I hope that's how it was. First time I heard myself on the radio was way back when I had my first album, my very first album on independent label. Thank you, both of you. And I appreciate both of you for being the only people that bought it. It was mass marketed in the Lithuanian state. Anyway, it was back then. I was in Fort Smith, Arkansas, and they played it on the local. Thank you again. They played it on the local station down there, KMAG. No. But that's what station they played it on, and I instantly thought, I'm not as good as I thought I was. I gotta make this better. So no, I was instantly a critic, and I always have been. I have been ever since. So I'll always think there's room for improvement. until I die. And then who cares? Am I rambling? All right. Yes, ma'am. Yeah, come on up. Have a seat. Yeah.
Of the songs that you've written and or recorded, do you have a personal favorite and why?
Good question. What's your name?
Stephanie.
Thank you, Miss Stephanie. Good question. I have several personal favorites. I tend to like the stuff that is very personal, very meaningful to me. Songs that I've lived through that have been challenging or difficult or very pleasant. Songs like that would be her. Man with a Memory. I love Man with a Memory. No Time to Cry from the Revelation album. Revelations. Just a little more song that I wrote on the last album. It was free album. I wrote that in about 30 minutes with a guy named Donnie Lowry. It just kind of flowed out into what I was living at the time. And off this new album, I would say songs like 8 to 10 kids, that are too young to cheer, but they have like a dance team. And they won the national championship last year. They're very, very good. And, she's got a lot of talent in a lot of different things. I took her to the golf course the other day. I'm kidding you not, she outdrove it. First time she ever played golf. And I was like, seriously? Can you tell me what you did just there? So I can, but she's, like I said, she's a gifted child. I'm a lucky man, and proud to be her father. Yes. She's the one that has the natural sparkle. Not the other lady, I'm sorry. I'm just saying, my wife is the one over there I keep looking at for approval. Like, is that okay to talk about, honey? Sorry about the underwear thing. All right, that's her. Hopefully you guys can meet her. She's not very nice. She's incredibly nice. I'm very, very proud, very lucky man. Anybody else have a question? Yes, ma'am. Which one did I have the most fun making? Tequila makes it close. For obvious reasons. I had a lot of fun that day. It was, we shot at a mansion here in Nashville, in East Nashville. And it was kind of like a big pool party. A lot of bikinis and sombreros, There were. And then a very happy grandma. She was French. I don't know if anybody's from France here, but I have to say, she was French all the way. It's not meant to be an insult, I'm just saying she was very French. And I just pray that one day when I'm 60 or whatever, I hope that I have that much courage. She had a lot of courage. Where are we at? Yes, ma'am. Can we hear that song? We'll be playing it tonight for you guys. Yes. Broken Heartsville?
Hey Joe.
Yes, ma'am.
Back here.
Sounds good.
I want to hear you and Brian do It's Your Love.
Thank you very much. You know what's cool is that's Brian's wife. And I think she likes to hear Brian do the Faith Hill part. I don't know why. But I do too, and I think it's hilarious, and we're gonna do it for you. Come down here, man. We're gonna make this an extremely awkward moment, whether you like it or not. Thanks, Tracy. Owe you one. It really is a lot back there. Oh, you know what? We got, yeah, I'll come over there. I'm stuck. All right, here. Okay. It's Your Love.
Okay, will you explain to them why we're doing this?
Okay, I'll take it all back. We played a little acoustic deal, just me and Brian. It's been with him a long time. We just did a little acoustic thing for tips, you know, basically just tips. We don't pay anything. Okay? Dang it, Red Peas. So we were playing for tips, you know, and one night we got a lot of military guys that came in to the crowd. And they were great. They were great people to be around. They were a lot of fun. And this one gentleman stood up and he said, "I want to hear some Tim McGraw on Faith Hill." Which baffled us. I looked at him and he looked at me and I said, "I ain't doing it." He said, "I ain't doing it." And he threw a $50 bill in our tip jug and said, "What key would you like to have?" Let me get my dress. I'll be right back. I gotta get my extensions out here. So we've been doing this ever since, just to embarrass Brian. As you probably guessed, he's Faith Hill.